11. Alright. Bread truck pull up to my crib like it's Walmart. Every song a home run, studio to ballpark. Haters set traps for me, but I don't fall for 'em. Beast mode anatomy, I'm always too strong for 'em. Heard what I said? Locking my bag, then I'm on your head. Ain't trusting no friends, solo instead. Get what I came for, then I'm off the grid. Word to my kids, owe it to them. Ain't on my grind, they future is green. I'm getting it in, peep my game when you ready to win. Run up the bag, run up the bag, run up the bag, run up the bag. Double it up, triple it up, run up the bag, 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 run up the bag. Double it up, triple it up, run up the bag, 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 run up the bag. Double it up, triple it up, run up the bag, 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 run up the bag. Double it up, triple it up, run up the bag, run up the bag. Daddy Chief respect me like when a Don speaks. Made it from the trapping Cadillac and swinging down the street. Snitches try to tug Kashi me out of jealousy. Dodging police, feet pounded on the concrete.
I go
in this thing.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
What's happening?
Not too much. Hey, how was the ride back? Or is you still up there?
Still down here.
Okay. Like, it was a snow day today, so it's nasty up here.
Oh man, what kind of snow day?
It kind of, you know what? I was out this morning. It wasn't that cold, but it snowed and it covered the roads in like an hour and a half or an hour, really. It's like 30 minutes. Like, soon as you get in the house and then you take your clothes off and grab some food, you look back out the window, the road is white, kind of. So that's sort of what we've been working with.
Oh wow!
So
yeah, that's nuts.
The last few dark nights over here, man. But the weather's okay, I guess, sometimes. But let me put my phone on do not disturb so I don't get disturbed while I'm in. Because they've been blowing my phone up lately. So
put you to work.
My phone's been blowing up lately because insurance people, man.
Yeah, I hear you, man. No, I'm just over here getting these tallies together. I'm gonna see what our records was through the regular season, man. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I am all the way tuned in, and I'm ready for whatever topics you got on the slate for us today.
Okay. Well, it's like I'm gonna try to keep it football related today. So, because we gotta get all them football stuff out of the system soon because the playoffs starting. Ohio State play in I think a couple hours here. So Ohio State versus Texas, a couple hours. Which
we gotta talk about that.
I think that's exciting, the championship.
So you think Notre Dame don't got a chance? Huh?
I hope if the wrong team win today, then I will be rooting for Notre Dame. But I don't know if I'm supposed to root for them. I think they're our rival just as well as Ohio State. I don't know if as a Sparty fan, rooting for Notre Dame would be.
Yeah, they used to be a big rival of ours. They won't play us no more. What happens when you beat them too much? Even we was lousy, we was beating them, and they messing up their seasons.
Yeah, that's something, man. But it was a good game last night. Sure.
Yeah. Well, Penn State ain't beat Ohio State in God knows how long. So. Yeah,
I didn't want them to win, but I hope they don't feel down on themselves. I mean, you got to the Final Four.
That's a lot further than they should have got.
Or I was going to suggest, is this the first Final Four? But technically, it was always just 4 teams. You could get to the Final Four. So Michigan State was the part of the first Final Four.
Yeah.
The Michigan State generational wealth and knowledge podcast.
You got to worry about that happening anymore.
Right.
Oh man, it's gonna be a
I'll tell
minute,
you
that's for
what.
sure.
Right.
But
Yeah.
there's been we missed a lot of stuff. Like there's been so many. I think did we get on here after the holiday?
No, we've been on vacation. We said we had our holiday vacation from the podcast. But I'll tell you this, it was a few things in college I did want to touch on.
Okay.
I think I hope Notre Dame pulls it out. If I'm picking my pick, I hope Notre Dame gets it. But that's only because bruh, man, yeah, he a Notre Dame fan. He the only Notre Dame fan that I know. You know what I'm saying? So me and him done been through so much. I want him to get this W.
What state is Notre Dame from?
They in Indiana, you know.
South Bend. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate
It's just over the border from Michigan a little bit.
Every team that was playing disgusts me. That's why I was disappointed that Oregon had fumbled the bag against Ohio State. Because it was like, if Oregon won the championship, I couldn't be so angry about that.
Yeah.
But like I said, because I really, well, you know what? I said a few years back that I really wanted to see a national championship in Spartan Town. So, and it made me mad when Michigan won theirs because I was talking about winning the championship, but I was talking about basketball though. That's what I really want.
Yeah. Got a shot.
About football. I want them to cut the net. And Izzo smiling and happy again.
Got on my Michigan State today. Them boys did it. They did their thing last night, man. But one thing with the college football, man, that I don't like is that is that they need to change the time period, the timeline for the transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing it like they have to do it before the bowl games or something like that. They were saying, like that's weird. That's weird. Like, why would you do that?
It's education based. They had to do it according to the quarters. All the kids are out of school right now, so for them to get back into school, they had to do it during this time.
Man, if you don't play in that bowl, you shouldn't be able to transfer, man, because they got everybody dropping out. Like, nah, I'm going to the draft, or nah, I'm switching teams, so I ain't even risking it. Like, man, like we can pretty much predict how the game gonna go if 7 of your starters ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it take the fun out of it, but let's put another team in there then. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, the bowls don't really mean anything anymore. Especially with the playoff being a thing now. Because it's like, I remember winning the Rose Bowl. I was like, okay, that's the biggest game you could get outside national championship, right?
Yeah.
So it's like now the Rose Bowl doesn't mean anything. It's just a semifinal game.
Well, see, they got to
championship.
They got to get some sponsors in there that's gonna take care of the players like NIL deals, but not money though. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cheez-It Bowl, you should get free Cheez-Its for life. You know what I'm saying? If your team win the Pop-Tart Bowl, y'all get free Pop-Tarts for life. You know what I'm saying? Like if they start doing that, if you don't play, you don't even get it. You know what I'm saying? And then that'll put some fun back in it because they got all these mascots. I seen a big Cheez-It box running on the field and Pop-Tart. They popping Pop-Tarts the whole game. Make it worth something.
You want to get mayonnaise the rest of your life?
Oh my goodness. Dude, I don't know what they'll do for the Snoop Dogg Bowl.
I mean, well, we know. You know what? I was like, I'm sober. I never smoked weed. I might fall out for that game just on the Snoop Dogg weed might be better than.
You get them.
And that makes my idea terrible because it's gonna be a whole bunch of drug dealers after that game. Free weed for life. I can't smoke all this. I gotta sell it. And the government said, no, that's our drug to sell.
a discount, half off.
They
Right.
nasty trouble for that one.
Right. Now, and another thing that I was asking, like the Army, Navy, and Air Force, are there players enlisted in their field of you know?
Yeah, they still got at least a 2-year stint they got to do.
So they can't transfer.
Well, it's a interesting question.
Is that kind of like what is it, David Robinson that had to wait 3 years before he could play in the league?
A lot of the good ones had to do that. Even like Roger Staubach back in the day, he had 2 years he had to do before he could join the Cowboys.
Yeah, I wonder how that works for the NIL money and for the transfer portal. That's interesting right there.
That would be. I'm about to go 3 years to Navy and then leave to go to Arizona State for 1 year. I don't serve no more.
Like, man, Alabama waiting on you to get done with Army.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy because shoot, they teams is getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played well this year. Army and Navy played really well.
Hey,
Usually Air Force is better than them, but they were better than Air Force this year.
Yeah, it's some time. I watched those bowl games with the Army in it, and shoot, they was they got some talent over there. I know there's people knocking on them doors. So it can't be fair for one, and then if you go to Clemson or something like that, you can transfer whenever you want but the other one is locked in. That seemed a little weird. That's over there's some blurred lines in there somewhere.
I wouldn't go over there. That would just be pushing to just not play in there. I assume.
Yeah.
It's like, if they give you the offer and they the only team that's halfway decent that give you an offer, you could give them a thought. But it's like, shoot, do you want to go to the military for 2 years?
Yeah. That is interesting, man.
Research that a little bit and see what it is.
Yeah, that's
I don't think they get any NIL. I don't think, but that'd be really crazy.
Yeah, that would stir some stuff up right there. Like, I ain't about to listen to no drill sergeant that I'm making. Like, wait a minute now.
I can buy and sell you. What you doing?
Well, you know what? That kind of makes it even worse, I would think, right? Because if you think about it this way, it's like if I'm making more money, because most people join the military for money.
Yeah.
So there's even less of a reason to go to the military. Because it's like I already have NIL money from another school, and that's gonna cover all my expenses, and I'm gonna make it to the league if I'm really like that. So why join the military when I can just go to the NFL?
They might end up changing the structure of the athletes that go to the armed forces, man. They might have to, because you're not gonna get good players no more. You're gonna have to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool.
Didn't hurt them this year.
Oh no, not this year. But see, people catching up though. You know what I'm saying? Like those people who had already committed, they might not have had. It wasn't this blatant in your face what you can make. You know what I'm saying? So, but now, like the 2-3 years down the line, it's gonna be. Wait a minute, I ain't signing with that recruiter. I got an opportunity to, go to South Carolina. I might get a little paper over there.
But that's the thing, though, even with the NIL, why not just try to walk on somewhere and then earn your spot instead of I could wait a year to try to make 50 G's, whereas I could get the NIL if I just walk on to Central Michigan or what is it, Western Michigan or something, or even Indiana State or some where nobody would go to.
I mean, I guess
Cleveland State.
Yeah, how you gonna get that top talent?
Ohio of Miami,
Are they already like not getting top talent, but they're just overperforming to get where they're going?
I think so.
They get hard working guys, and they put in the work,
Yeah,
I feel like if that's the case, you gotta be like, don't you gotta be in a certain shape to even in an Navy or Army. So,
Well, I mean,
like, you can't just be a fat boy in the Army, you know.
Oh, they gonna take whoever signed the recruitment
Right.
papers pretty much, unless you got like a serious ailment. You know what I'm saying?
But
They'll take you in there and whip you into shape.
but don't they got to make you get some type of shape if you join?
Oh,
Right?
I mean, well, they gonna put you through the boot camp, and you something gonna change. But how much shoot they offensive linemen? They gonna want them to have a little bit of gut on them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I mean, it's,
Little bass.
right? You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Mhm.
it's crazy because if you think about it, like I'm watching basketball. I can't remember. I think it might have been like UC Irvine against somebody last night. You know what I'm saying? I was just sitting here like, ain't no way they get no NIL money because it's empty. Like if your parents don't live next to the stadium, they weren't even in attendance. Like it was so many. They can't sell tickets with a ticket number on it, like with a seat number. Like just sit where you want to sit. You know
Just
what I'm
open the
saying?
door.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
so if it's between Army and a school like that, then go on to the Army. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't getting nothing over there, no way.
You're right.
It's a lifetime benefit to the Army.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but if you going somewhere, where you going to if you going to Alabama or Texas or something like that,
Mhm.
then yeah, go and get that NIL money and live life. You know what I'm saying? But I really want to know more about how the athletes for the armed forces, like what's the stipulations there, because that's interesting.
You
That's
gotta do
interesting.
that research. You gotta do that research.
Yeah.
Get back at us.
Look into it now because you sort of introduced me to a whole world there that I didn't care to look into. But I know you can get a red shirt year from being on TV. You
Okay.
get like the red shirt year, I think, if you sit on the bench as a red shirt as a freshman. So you get full eligibility down the line if you don't play.
Now, were they already getting paid before college players could get paid in the armed forces?
I think so. They had to be, right?
Oh, well, if we looking at it that way, it's years canceling out.
Mhm. They
Y'all be
wouldn't
getting
get that
paid for
much.
100 years.
It ain't that much. It ain't like
Yeah.
like my man that signed with Michigan. They had his thing on the internet today. His whole family was in the dealership getting trucks.
Oh my goodness.
70, 80, $100,000 trucks, Here's
Yep.
one over here. Just get that one. Let's get that one. The whole family up in there
That's
just to go throw the ball around at Michigan.
you know what? But as I underestimated when I was younger, just the extent I thought everybody supported their like home state teams like we do, but it's not the case because there's there's Michigan State fans all over the world because it's
Mhm.
like somebody on TV or random will be like, "Oh yeah, I went to Michigan State for this," and I'm like, "Oh, you're a Sparty fan? Huh? You was a Sparty fan?" Look, I didn't think nothing of it. Then I found you as a Sparty man. Now I respect you more.
Yeah, man, that's it's
Michigan
fans
State about to
everywhere.
get a bump. Yeah, maybe Magic just said he gonna put in a bunch of money for Michigan State, so they
Okay,
gonna get a bump. They gonna get a little bump in the quality athlete they can get now.
I hope so. I mean, we need some stuff in football because we had a rough few years now.
Yeah.
But we was a solid team this year. It's just we didn't have certain things to take us over the top.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
Because like we had a good running back, good receiver, and a good quarterback, but we don't have a great quarterback and a great receiver and a great running back.
Yeah.
Right. Gotta pay for
But
that.
Michigan paid for the best player in the country from down the street. They had to pay him $6 million, they said, or was that something bigger?
Yeah, getting $6 million.
$6 million
He's
for
the one that had his family, and they're getting trucks.
and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, they decommitted from LSU to come back to stay home for that $6 million.
That's right. Did it for my family. Make the sacrifice.
Right, like come on now. Where do I sign up?
Right. Well, you know what? I was like, that kind of is like, shoot, I was born in the wrong period of time. Just the wrong size. If I was just a solid 6'1", 6'2", I'd have went as quarterback. I'd have ran the mug up, man.
This stuff been happening since the 70s.
Yeah, true that.
It's just been under the table, and them boners, little handshakes you get for everybody. They had wads of $100 bills in their hands and shake your hand, and there you go.
Yeah.
Well, you get out of the game, you got $3,000-$4,000 in your pocket.
Pulling the Odell Beckham
Right,
dap up.
Good check. Here's $1,000.
Well, actually, though, in this case, though, are they going to go back in time and then give back a lot of the accolades stripped from people?
I doubt it.
Because the Fab 5 years technically didn't.
Oh man,
right?
They won't even give them the banner they deserve.
Right.
So
definitely ain't gonna give them no paper.
Because that's the same with Louisville. Like they had the sex scandal where the former player that came
right with Harold and all them.
Yeah, like that. The whole championship year they had when Kevin Ware tore his leg up that time. That doesn't count and it's not on the record books no more, right?
I don't know why they do that stuff.
Yeah, that's weird.
You saw it. We saw it, so it ain't like we gonna wipe it from our memories.
Right.
Some scandal or whatever. Just like all the
that's
Fab
crazy.
5 stuff. You ain't gonna wipe it away.
Well, the thing is, and I got in the moment, I got all the praise that a champion would have got for that. So it's like I got all the benefits already as a player. So it's like you might not put my accolades down, but I might have to return the trophy, but there's still footage of me receiving the award and all those things.
I mean, eventually.
Down in that, I got to experience that too.
Just like with Reggie Bush, you know what I'm saying? Eventually.
Restored, yep. Everything will get restored.
It'll come back.
Take too long.
Because if you take it from Louisville, you got to give it to Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For that championship that year. And now, ain't nobody claiming that. Like we don't even want the championship. We lost on the technicality. Like, that's crazy. But you never know. Them Wolverines, they might take it. Give it to us. We ain't earn it, but we'll take it.
Thirsty.
I mean, because that was a good team they had that year too. Like they had so many NBA guys for a couple of those championship game runs that they went on. So like they had Tim Hardaway Jr., Trey Burke, Nick Stauskas, and all them on that team.
Yep.
Yep, you're right about that. They did have a good squad.
Like that, like they had so many people. What it's even crazier is the Villanova team that beat them a couple years ago they had like a reverse situation that time, because that time they was like a bunch of guys that were okay, all right, but then they played a team full of future NBA guys. Like they had, I think Eric Pascal on Villanova that year. They had Dante Villanova or Dante DiVincenzo who destroyed them that night. Like they had a whole bunch. Like Brunson was on the team.
So that was a dominant squad that year.
Yeah, Josh Hart, freaking all them dudes was on there.
Yeah,
Chris was on there, and then I was like, shoot, I didn't remember none of them. And then they got to the league. I was like, wait, they was on that team because the time match is there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man.
And I was like, so they really didn't have a chance at winning.
Just didn't know at that point.
Man. Yeah, for real. So it's a lot of things going on in the college world that's interesting. They gotta clean it up. Now that they putting the money into it, they gonna have to clean it up.
Yeah,
it's gotta get capped off some kind of way, but that's just gonna lead to more corruption anyway.
For real. You know,
We
with
only
that
gave him $2 million. Looking at his
right.
account, there's 10 million sitting up in there.
Like
Well, that's
what
the thing
a
too. They was already talking about people not playing in bowl games, and it's like, well, shoot, if I paid you $6 million to play 4
oh,
years,
they gonna
you
play.
better be getting on the court. And then
Yeah,
if
they gotta get their butt out there.
and
That's another thing with the transfer
Mhm.
portal.
mhm.
I might not want to take on your deal. Like, do I still own the rights to you even if you transfer to another team?
Well,
Like
I
this
feel
is
like, but the thing is, I think the money that they already paid would be that because I think whatchamacallit, the Michigan guy, his deal is conditional on how many years he plays. So it's like he's not just getting $6 million thrown at him now; it's over time.
so if you give us 2 years, you're getting
Right.
paid for those 2 years, and if you
Mhm.
transfer, then that deal is that it's off the rest of it is off the table.
Yes.
I guess
No, you
that makes
negotiating just like a regular, free agent or whatever. You just
yeah,
negotiating with another team. What can you pay me? Okay, what can
right,
you pay me?
right.
And
You
then
ain't
Yeah.
gonna
have
lose.
proof behind it now too, because I'm gonna mention Cam Newton again. Is Cam Newton did a podcast episode where he was talking about how all these guys come in now and then they have all the 4 or 5 stars don't be that great, but then a 3-star will come out the blue and then ascend to glory in the NFL. So it's like it's sort of like that. The 5 stars, they'll be good in high school, good in college, but then they'll flame out in the league. So
Right.
it's like there's all sorts of things because he was sort of the last one that kind of came from that ilk. Well, 5 stars that was great their entire life. I think what was it? Lamar Jackson was like a 4 or 3 or something like that in college.
Yeah, but he developed into a 10.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Mhm.
the best players in the world right now.
They just guessing when they're in high school. Cats ain't scientific about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Just guessing.
Mm.
Oh, did you see Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles this morning again?
I seen that, and it's crazy. I had him down in my notes from last week because in one day he lost money and he lost his record. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
Clemson quarterback beat his ACC passing record. In that same day, they restructured his deal. So
Mhm.
he lost buku millions on that restructure. And now this, you know what I'm saying? I hate
Yeah.
to be the one to say it, man, but all of this bad fortune just lets me know he did it, man.
Yep.
He did it. He did it. He did it.
Oh.
For real.
Oh
I
yeah.
hate to say it, but he did it.
He wasn't in it himself by himself.
I mean, somebody coached him
There's a lot
into
of,
it.
mhm.
But
Yeah,
he
there's
did
a
it.
lot of a lot of them girls were, a lot of
Yeah.
that's just money grabs too, because they know he got millions.
Oh, yeah.
Why should we work when we could just sue him? And
Oh,
Right.
I
For
could
Mhm.
take this further, but I don't really want to dive into that topic
real.
because Skip Bayless offered 1.5
Oh,
for
Lord.
Raji is her name.
Mhm.
So because
Come
that's
on, Skip.
Skip
Mhm.
Bayless pants is a little too
Mhm.
tight for him to be offering 1.5 million for anything.
Mhm.
For real. Nah, I ain't saying he didn't proposition nobody, but that number is inflated.
yeah.
Right, gotta
For
be.
real. I mean, he can go to Vegas and spend $25 and be all right.
Yeah.
Right.
1.5 million. And I seen the woman. She funny looking. Like, come on
Mhm.
now. For
Ain't
real.
no superstar.
You're right. Like, what is this? Like, no,
Mhm.
she's lying.
Right.
I ain't saying she wasn't propositioned and all that, but that number from Skip Bayless, nah. I ain't believing that. For real. Now,
Been
all the other people that's
$150.
tied up into that mess, ain't no telling.
Mhm. Yeah.
For real.
I guess it was a absolutely insane Sunday that they pulled, man.
Huh.
That was a crazy Sunday.
Man, I think because they done brought the lady into it. Joy Taylor, they done
Yeah.
brought the
Hmm.
Ocho.
Well, you know what
Yeah.
is
He
they are
wasn't them up.
All right,
making that
what's
a
his?
full circle thing now because they tried to use
Mhm.
that to get Marcellus Wiley to sue Fox Sports. So he can, because they trying to make it a conspiracy that they fired to get him fired from his job.
Well,
So,
Jason Whitlock got the same deal. He got fired too. So all them disgruntled. So if they can get a shot in at Fox, they're gonna try to do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shoot. Nah, what's that black dude name? I ain't talking about Ocho Cinco. That's my dog. I know he ain't got nothing to do with that.
Shannon.
Oh, Manuel Acho.
Oh, Emmanuel Acho. They
Mhm.
got him. They putting his face out there everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they give Joy a lot of heck for it. So.
Oh yeah. They say
if you defend her, you a simp, and then everybody's running off. So it's like, shoot, you can't say nothing about that if you got something positive. But the thing is, though, that is a situation that set women in sports back a ways now. Just off.
I mean,
the whole.
It's a possibility, but I mean, it's just weird. It's weird. Like if they try to lump you into that, like it ain't a lot of black women that's in it already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't
always
just
beating them up.
Yeah, like it's automatic that they're gonna treat the black woman this certain type of way in this industry. Like you can clearly see it. But you can't just be bunching them in thinking if it comes out that she was acting how they say she was acting and doing all that, like you can't treat the next woman like that because she did that. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like this is par for the course. Like with Jamel Hill, like they try to act like Jamel Hill was like an angry black woman. So they just lumped her and Carrie Champion and all of them in the same boat. Like, oh, they ain't at ESPN no more. Yeah, like no, really, they was knowledgeable, and you should have been boosting them up in rank. You know what I'm saying? But you had to figure out a way not to do that.
I have a coworker actually that was in all sorts of went to so many conferences and has met Jamel before, and then he knows Jamel Hill pretty well. So it's like, shoot, you know somebody and you talk to him.
And to be honest with you, it seems like it's something in the industry that I'm not just gonna say black women, I'm gonna say women in general, because any of the white women that I seen on ESPN that's still there from when I was young, they're still in the same position that they were in before. Like if they was doing this, if they was just an anchor on sports, if they was a commentator, they in them same roles. Okay.
Right.
So it seemed like the black woman wanted more, and instead of letting her grow in the company, you had to you're trying to tear her down or tear down her image or something like that. Wait for her to say something about Trump or wait for her to say something about politics, anything. Let's blow that up and put that out there and make her look like this. And then like the white woman is like, I want more, but I'll accept what you're giving me and I'll stay here. You know what I'm saying?
And a storm.
And that's just as bad as what they're doing to the black woman. For real. Because let them advance if they with your company. Don't try to keep them in one place. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of one that went from here to here. Not one. Not one. If you were hosting a show and you got your own show, it's still on the same level. Like like if Molly gets her own show, it's gonna be the same as what she doing on First Take. You know what I'm saying? But will she get any roles where she's actually setting the plays up, where she's behind the scenes making moves? Because Stephen A. do what he want to do.
Right.
He got a million shows. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest with you. If Molly did a show, I would probably never ever watch it.
I was just using her as an example.
I'm not tuning in. Now, Joy, I might would tune in. But it would be for other reasons than sports.
Yeah, see? This is devastating.
Texas.
I would tune in for Jamel if she was talking, because I tuned in when her and Mike was on ESPN. I tuned in to them talk about sports.
Yeah, and then see, that's another thing. Mike was good enough to put Jamel Hill on level with him.
Mm-hmm.
And they got rid of him too. Like, nah, man, we ain't looking for that type of progression. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For real. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Gotta
And
stay
but
in your place.
you got people like I ain't seen you got Doris Burke. You know what I'm saying? She been in the game for years and years.
Well, they
like,
just
why?
actually, she did sort of get hired because she used to just be allowed to do courtside reporting, but now she actually is on commentary. So she did sort of get a promotion, right?
I see what you're saying, but
it's the same.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? That ain't going to a higher level. That's just like, you know what I mean? Let me get over here, right? Let me move over here because
I can sit down instead of standing up.
yeah, I'm talking about actually I'm in the situation of constructing the schedule. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm putting people on, like this is my show, but I'm not on the show. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm setting up the show. You know what I mean? Like they're not doing that. And Stephen A, he'd be like, hey, this is the person I want to host when I'm out. You know what I'm saying? He's setting up the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people at other companies, men at other companies, they're doing that. But the women aren't doing that. They're not being put in those positions like, man, this is where we want you at. Stay here. For real. And that's crazy. We'll move you from the field to the commentary to where we talk about it at halftime. You'll be sitting up here with Marcus Spears and Ryan Clark. You know what I'm saying? But anywhere past that, no.
Kirk.
For real. Now watch with Orlovsky. He on the fast track right now. For real. He's he's on the shows, he's on the commentating. Watch what they do for him next. For real. He's gonna go to another level.
Pat McAfee's running his show still. Pat McAfee.
Oh, man.
Man.
I don't know how he
He's one of those social media savvy charisma guys. So they know that the younger generation is gonna sit here like, yeah, we need somebody that's gonna unbutton their collar, take the tie off, say a few cuss words.
Yeah, that's what gets me, cuss and all kind of stuff. And
yeah.
Everybody else, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
you know what's funny?
Like his cuss words are clean.
Right.
As I like him on his show, but he tries to do commentary for WWE all the time. And
I seen that.
Hate when he's on commentary. And I'm happy to say that publicly.
Well, I always watch the Royal Rumbles every year because that's just my favorite event.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what
about to go to the Royal Rumble in a few weeks on the first.
It's in Indiana.
Yeah.
But I never watched I haven't watched Raw or nothing like that since way back in the day, So this is like this one on Netflix was the first one that I watched. So this was the first time that I really heard him doing commentary on the WWE, and you know, it is what it is. They trying to look for that personality. I'm pretty sure he done been in the ring fighting before, hasn't he? Like
he has been in the ring. Yeah. Because he had a match versus quite a few people actually. Because he he fought this one dude at WrestleMania. Then he fought McMahon at WrestleMania.
It's always a guy on commentary that they have like that. Okay, like Bobby the Brain Heenan back in the day, and they had Jerry Lawler. You know what I'm saying? They were those type of charisma guys, but they fought in the ring as well. So, Pat McAfee ain't gonna be fighting all the time like that, but he has that persona like he could, you know what I'm saying? So I get what they always put that type of guy with the little pipsqueak guy that will never get in the ring. He get knocked out when somebody throw them through the announcer's table or something like that. You know what I mean? That's just how they pair him up. So I get why they got Pat McAfee doing that. So I don't have a problem with it. His voice doesn't change from his show to the WWE. Like he's just the same all the time. Whether he's doing college football, whatever he's doing, he's the same all the time. So it works. Let it keep working. You know what I mean?
And I appreciate it. That's where I appreciate it, Matt. Is he'll stay the same.
Oh
He's
yeah.
not trying to sell me beer
Oh
or,
yeah.
what is it, socks?
You're not
Like
pulling
some
the Hulk
people.
Hogan. Huh?
Yeah, he's not. He's not trying to sell out for money or anything like everybody always is. Like
Yeah.
Dwayne Rock Johnson or Hulk Hogan.
Oh
You
man.
know,
The Rock.
it's
Hey, I
always
tell you one thing though. I tell
yeah,
you one thing. The Samoan, and this is all my kids are half Samoan, so this is something that they run in wrestling, man. They've been
yeah,
running, and you know what? I was watching old wrestling on YouTube. I didn't realize how many Samoans was in wrestling back then. You know what I'm saying? Like
really. Never
they've been
realized
running wrestling for a long time.
they have. Well,
Yeah, so
you know
yeah, that's
what
what's up.
is because the thing is, everybody is related in a
Mm-hmm.
way, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like the Rock granddad and the other
Yeah.
Samoans have a blood pact that
Mm-hmm.
binds families and stuff.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
like you got Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans on the Roman Reigns side, but then
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got Rocky. But the thing is, the Rock's dad was a black dude,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I know
so
about
it's like
old Rocky. I know about Rocky
so it's
Maivia
like
back in the
it
day.
is it's quite the thing when they go through all of it. But then all the Samoans related, like Rikishi is like Rikishi related to Roman Reigns and all of them, and then his son
Right.
related to them. Then you got Umaga and Rosie and all them back from the mid 2000s. It all kind of works together in a way. Like there's
Yeah.
so much stuff there.
Yeah, man. Right. Yeah. Old
And they
school.
got 10 or 20 young ones that's coming up that's about to be in the WWE,
Right. That yeah, Rocky Johnson, his pops, like well, even when you watch that TV show that The Rock got, like
Mm-hmm.
their family had their
Glad they canceled that. I'm
yeah,
super.
yeah.
That
Their
was
family had they had the production in the of a wrestling show that was in competition with Vince McMahon, back in the day. So
mm,
like they deep rooted in this, you know what I'm saying? But the WWE is just like if they just bought everybody. Like if
mm,
McDonald's go buy Burger King and Wendy's and you got to get everything from McDonald's now, like they just grew so big, wasn't nothing you was gonna be able to do about it.
mm-hmm.
For real. But I was just watching this on Netflix. I was like, wow, like this is like, and then I started thinking back to everybody, like, man, they've been doing this for years. Like the head
Yeah.
shrinkers back in the day, like
Mm,
the tag team, the head shrinkers, like all of them. You know what I mean? Rikishi wasn't that big before he was Rikishi. Like he was on the tag team with the
yeah.
head shrinkers. You know what I mean?
Yokozuna was Samoan. He was their cousin too.
Yokozuna, man. Like, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But they're very prevalent to this day. And
Or was it
I'm happy to
Apu
see
or
it.
what is his name? Ming.
Ming, yep, Ming.
Toughest,
I was
the
watching
toughest
Ming. Yeah.
dude
I
ever
seen
on
Ming
earth.
on WCW yesterday. Like watching old school videos because shoot, yeah, Lorraine love it. I mean her be watching that wrestling all day. That
Lorraine
was
just
my
loves
thing back
violence.
in the day. I loved watching wrestling. But I can't. I'm not really into the nowadays wrestling. You know what I mean? So I like to watch the old school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's something. That's something right there for real. Oh
But
yeah.
I do got to go back in the controversy because we got to talk about a few different things.
Oh yeah.
And I
Let it be.
don't know if I necessarily want to touch these topics because I'm going to keep part of one under wraps and just keep that one. But I'm going to kind of, because it parlays back to what we just discussed in a way. Because
Okay.
we talked about the Joy Taylor, ESPN, and all them, and how women are treated in the public sphere, right?
Right.
So I have to go here, and because Jeff Teague had a lot of controversy while we've been gone.
Okay. All right. What's going on with
First,
Jeff T?
so first off, he had Aja Wilson on the podcast with he was on the podcast with Josh Hart. She was on the podcast with Josh Hart, right?
Okay. Now hold on though.
Yeah.
Hold on. Jeff Teague be having some funny stories on the
Right.
podcast. I be
Right.
cracking up watching them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay.
But
Aja
but
Wilson and
he
Josh Hart.
he messed up a little bit, but that's down the line. We got to get to it.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So that's part of the story. So it starts with Josh Hart and Aja Wilson on the Roommates podcast with Brunson and Josh Hart, and then I guess to some point, I think somebody was joking, was like, "Oh, can you beat Josh 1-on-1?" And then she was like, "Oh, I think I might could beat him." It was a joke, really.
Yeah.
Really. She wasn't serious. Like, oh, I just, And Josh stayed into it. It wasn't like they were heated arguing about who would win 1-on-1. And then, mind you, Josh Hart is a 6'5" NBA player who's a hustle player who's known for a strong defender. So what is do versus a 6'4" skilled guy or skilled lady that doesn't have the muscle to force him off with a hand in a basketball game of ones.
She gonna get some buckets though.
If she gets the ball first. If she gets the ball first. But that's another topic for another time. So Jeffy got on his pod and then shut her. He sort of he took it seriously, kind of. And he's funny, as you just said.
Right.
But he went on and he pretty much was like, oh, she is not doing nothing. She wouldn't beat a top level college guy. She wouldn't beat a schooler and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, she wouldn't beat high school guys.
But the thing is, on the internet, everybody took that and they gave him backlash for that. Because he was denied, shut that down. Like you would get skunked by a high school kid, And
depends on which one you're talking about.
right, well, and then that's one thing too. So I'm gonna release that to y'all with that information. That's just half of what we got to go through with Jeff right now.
Okay, if it's a ranked high school kid,
Cooper Flag.
Oh, if it's Cooper Flag, I feel like he's a skilled enough player.
At 6'9", what's he gonna do against him?
No, he's dominating that situation. Right. If she get the ball first, she gonna get some buckets somewhere. Like once she misses, the game over. You know what I'm saying? And that sucks, man, because she's cold.
Yeah,
for real. But all right, Cooper Flag, he in college now. You know what I'm saying? A high school kid.
Take the kid that just committed to Utah State or whatever.
Utah. He going to BYU?
Yeah.
Yeah, dang, he's another monster.
6'7".
I mean, 6'7" would be enough.
And we talk about they both playing as hard as they can.
That shouldn't be a comp at this point.
15-3.
Just the way he could jump, could she really get a shot off if he's on the ball defensively for real?
Hey man, you got to realize, man, she's possibly the best female in the world.
I feel like
man, she gonna get some buckets, man.
She's definitely the best two-way player in the world as far as females go.
She do this.
And she's big too. And she probably played Bam a good amount.
So you thinking if she go into the men's college game that she ain't gonna average 10 points?
Probably not.
Shoot.
If she played for Michigan State right now, she wouldn't average more than Akins?
Which she wouldn't average more than even Izzo. That should be the question.
Nah, this is disrespectful.
I know she's putting buckets in his head for sure. She's scoring on him. I've seen girls here.
Akins
will get you Sanders' son Gardner. She might get a few buckets.
Akins will get you 2 points or 22 points. Okay, he's either going to explode or he's going to be trash. I think she'll find her medium, and I think she'll be productive. She got catch and shoot. Catch and shoot.
I can't see it.
That's man, I don't even want that to be tough though. I don't even want that to be a tough question. I just want that to be an agreement. Like, yo,
I think an excellent high school boys team would dominate the WNBA.
mm,
An excellent high school boys team would dominate, like Cameron Boozer's team or whatever.
oh
Them
yeah,
teams
yeah,
that
yeah.
now they
Chino
would dominate the WNBA.
Chino Hills or something back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, there's 4 or 5 others that some of these like Montverde over and Claremont over there and Lala
Now,
Muir
okay.
and
Are we talking
Olympic Prep
about
and all them.
are we talking about the WNBA teams as constructed, or are we talking about WNBA All-Star team?
I think you know what? I think the teams as constructed, they might have some trouble.
If you got if you got Asia Wilson, you got Collier, you got Tarazi, you got Caitlin Clark up in there, you know what I'm saying? And a couple
Ain't
more of
been in
them
a couple
dogs
more
out
years.
there.
Mhm.
Now wait a minute.
I'm about to get into a little trouble here, right? If
What's new?
if you put an athletic defender on Caitlin Clark, a man at that's that much stronger than Caitlin Clark, she is in big trouble.
Oh well, yeah.
Like,
Hit a few. She can get away and hit a few.
can't
She goes
guard
2
back
for
at that.
most. She gonna be locked up for the most part.
She can't guard them back.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
boy.
you know what? You guys are making some solid points.
Because
That's what they should do at the All-Star game instead of playing that mess they do in the NBA now. Get a women's All-Star team to play a high school All-Star, McDonald's All-American against the
that's what
WNBA.
they did. That team thing, they could have put a woman team together, then put the Rising Stars together.
No.
No, they could have did that. That'd have been entertaining.
Yo, that's gonna be a root. Like
231 to 15.
Right, like
only going to 50 points.
Oh, you mean like in one of those type of like what they're about to do this year with a capped off total?
Yeah.
Like, man. No, man. No.
Ain't nobody getting one bucket.
No, I wouldn't. That would just be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about if you got, and you know how I feel about the girls basketball game because they play the game right. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a knucklehead high school team who's trying to show out,
Everett, you put Everett. I think the WNBA is smack Everett.
Nah, yeah, but see, now we talking about those is regular, regular players.
Outside of the years that
guys.
Outside of the years that I was there, they had 6'4" was about the biggest dude on the team. Outside the years I was there.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about if you put them together, man. If you put that WNBA team, you put their best up against that UC Irvine team. I was watching the other night. They gonna win that game. The girls are going to win that game.
Who's playing on UC Irvine?
I don't know. They got some big dudes and they got some point guards that was moving that thing. You know what I'm saying?
But is like shoot, because Howard scoring because it's like Aja Wilson 6'4". Are you putting Brittany Griner in there to play versus a 6'8" man or a 6'10" man or a 7-foot man?
If you got Griner, you got Wilson, you got Collier. See, Collier, she played for the Minnesota, I believe, and she cold.
But she going against a 6'6". We talking a 6'6" versus maybe a 6'1", 6'2" for a forward standard, right?
She's 6'2".
And the woman is not as athletic as these men. Because these dudes they jumping out the gym. Let's be honest.
So like a WNBA team, the All-Star team against the Rutgers is just ridiculous. Like
It
they,
is, but
like,
it's not about it's
I
I said
can't
because
play
like
college team.
skill versus skill. It's just the physicality of the game.
mm,
Because it's
But
like shoot,
you
like
look at what girls do now in college. They practice against boys, but that's just regular dudes like at the IM.
yeah, yeah,
And they get beat by them. And they be the leading team on, leading girls on the team.
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's something right there. Yeah, I
But
guess, man.
to
I
take it
guess.
even further, so he got backlash. So Jeff T got backlash for that,
Hmm.
for saying that. He shut it down completely. He said it aggressively, but he shut that down completely. Then the following week, he
Hmm.
did one of the worst things you could possibly do.
Uh-oh.
And he invited Charleston White, of all people, on his
Oh
podcast.
yeah, no, he's always talking junk.
And Charleston White is known for saying the most flagrant things you could possibly say about a lot of people. And I'm confident that there's quite a few people that want that man dead. So
What did he say?
so he pretty much I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to work out how I'm gonna say this. Family friendly podcast.
Yeah. I know. We can't say it verbatim.
So he essentially, now they say he's a comedian, but he be dead.
No, he's serious.
When he say what he said. So he essentially he said that he said he wasn't watching the WNBA. Long need women that he said that play on the team. And he insinuated that because Angel Reese wears the clothes she wears, she's a prostitute.
Oh man.
Sword. And he
boy.
got in trouble because they had to laugh at it and all that. Now, but we've seen it before. The WNBA, they be sensitive about a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
So this is beyond anything that they have ever addressed, right? So it's
Why
like
would he bring him?
they've addressed far less.
Why would he bring him on his show? Because that boy go hard on women, especially. He go hard on everybody, but he be hitting at them women, man.
Well, yeah, I was like, yeah, I guess the fans requested him on there. And it was a live show, so they couldn't edit nothing. And it was on Patreon, so you had to paywall to get to it.
Oh, well. If somebody paid enough to see it, then they really wanted to see it. Yeah. Well, that kind of changes that. He gonna say what that kind of like. So it ain't like on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, not to add to it, he did. I have to remember to say this too. Is he added to the lesbian? He said that the WNBA got lesbianism and all this, and then they do certain acts till they head catch on fire. So it like because it was funny, but it's horrible it was horrible, I should say.
Nah, they gotta that's crazy. Like how can you bash you can't bash both. Like you can't bash Angel Reese for her, you know what I'm saying, being as feminine as she is, and then turn around and then try to bash them for being lesbians. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, you can't bash both. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, he brought up the Shaq thing too when he was talking about Angel Reese, because he was like, "Oh, well, Angel Reese, Shaq said that she should dunk in some underwear and stuff."
Shaq did say that.
Like, and I'm like, that's that's crazy that because it's like, are we really? Because it's like I feel like the world really has gotten past that point, because it's like they had all the propaganda in the 2010s to say we should advance past sexualizing the female athletes, right?
Well, see, they tried doing that in the WNBA when it first began. Like, if you look at some of the old commercials with Tarazi, like she even went through it. She went back herself and watched them and was laughing. Like, why were they trying to make us look like this to bring men to watch the game? But the truth of the matter is, like, people are watching the game now because the girls are playing good basketball. You know what I'm saying? Well, we not watching the game like they ain't in lingerie on the court. You know what I'm saying? People are watching the game now because, first of all, the college game showed that it was girls that was coming in that was balling. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shaq, like, if they put on a little skimpy stuff and be dunking on each other, it's gonna be on the same level as the NBA. That was what he said. You know what I'm saying? But no, you know what I mean? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to see good hoop like what they've been doing. I want to see when Juju come in to the league and she going against them girls that's in the league. You know what I'm saying? I want to see those battles. Like, that's what's up. I mean, good basketball. Like, anybody talking more than that is taking it too far. Now, when they the Asia Wilson against Josh Hart thing, that's just, whatever. If they were to play each other, I guess because you had Sabrina against Steph on the 3-point contest. Now they like, oh man, let's get some physicality into this, actually going one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's where it should have stopped at. Like, going past that and bringing all that other stuff in, like, they just being ignorant and want the clickbait. Because the truth of the matter is, we not watching the WNBA because Angel Reese is making posts in her lingerie on Instagram. We watching the WNBA because they playing good ball. We watching women's college basketball because they playing the game right. And we don't want to see these NBA players shooting 100 threes a game. Center out there at half court shooting threes. Like, we need something to watch that people that love basketball know that women's basketball is better than men's basketball as far as how they play the game. You know what I'm saying? So Jeff Teague, I know he was probably felt like he got in over his head once that interview with Charleston White started. Like, oh shoot, maybe we shouldn't have did this. But because he took it past the basketball level, if we talk about straight hoop, the women play better basketball than the men. That's just what they play, better team basketball than the men do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we enjoy watching it.
Yeah. I mean, the internet stuff helps them, though, just to get it, because, people notice them or whatever, but, they have to back it up with some basketball acumen.
Well, you know what? Actually, I would say being attractive only gets you so far, though, because you got right?
It's clickbait, something to get your interest up,
Because who was it? The Jaylen Brown's girlfriend, Kaiser Godricic, however you pronounce the name.
Yeah, she ain't even on the team right now.
She's
she
not
got
on
cut, didn't she?
But everybody was on her when she got drafted.
Oh, yeah.
She was fine.
She fine.
Or my favorite, Tyler Diggins, when she came out in the draft.
Yeah, she a baddie too. She was balling too, though. She ball.
It's like, that only gets you so far. You have to ball.
Yeah, you got to back it up with game,
Yeah.
And he was out of the league after what is it? Kaiser was, however you say her name.
Right.
Was
you got to think about it.
After a year.
Who's the woman player that they talk about the most?
Caitlin Clark.
And what she look like? Is you hollering at her if you see her at Walmart? All right then. For real.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it. There's a solid amount of people on the internet that joke around and say she looks like certain people. Like we just talked about WCW wrestling. There's a dude named Billy Kidman that had long black hair and would wear jorts and a beater. And there's been a little too many of those comparisons.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But she's not. She hasn't had the sex.
Yeah,
but that's another thing. No, they do try to say a lot of women like Angel Reese size. They try to act like it could be a man. So
this is the nonsense. They do this on all aspects. They say that about Megan Thee Stallion. They say that about Sierra in music. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you introduced another topic that I got to be a hater on today.
Like, this is insane. You know what I mean? This is insane. We watching the hoop. We watching because of the hoop. We not watching because what they look like. All right? Like, no. We not watching because what they look like. You know what I'm saying? It may help their brand if they go on Instagram and all these things looking good. You know what I'm saying? it might bring some more eyes to the game, but the ones who actually watching basketball, we watching because of how they playing the game, man. Because to be honest with you, how hard is it to watch the NBA right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to watch the NBA right
not no more. The game,
your Cavs was winning, so you all right.
Yeah, this is a biased statement.
No, it's not.
This is biased.
As a whole lately, honestly, it's gotten better since the first couple games. Because the first couple games, like, I mean, I'm not watching the bottom of the barrel like the Hornets all the time.
Okay, yeah. See, this is what I'm saying.
Because the thing is, the only teams that sort of show the point of the extent of the three jacking, like, to give trash to my Michigan State, who I've been praising all day. Talking about all day. Miles Bridges is shooting like 12 threes the last however many games. Because like there was the night I texted y'all about the Bulls game.
Yeah.
Because I was mad because Gil's Arena and them was talking about certain things about who shoots the threes and who doesn't shoot the threes. But example that I'm using, because I get to kind of bring this all together now, actually. I'm happy I get to say that. It's because they talked about Anthony Edwards shooting threes, because Anthony Edwards shooting the three is bailing people out from him driving to the basket, right? But the thing is, Anthony Edwards is shooting 5 threes on 11 threes. So it's like he's shooting
making 5 off of 11.
So it's like at the end of that, he's making all those points that he didn't take in twos back off the 11 shots. And he's very efficient because the only person that shot 5 for 11 from 3 was Steph Curry. So if I'm shooting almost Curry level efficiency from 3, making threes, eventually they're going to have to step out there and guard me. They're scared of a little dunk.
They ain't little.
You know, right? So them is some serious dunks, huh?
Because he can kill you from anywhere, though. Because his mid-range game in the playoffs was immaculate. So, at the end of it, but Miles Bridges and Josh Giddey and them proved me right. But the thing is, though, not good shooters shouldn't be shooting 12 threes, but they're trying to mock what Boston did last year, because Boston stopped doing the middies and just started shooting threes last year. And they have a quota of threes that they try to fill every night. Because the thing is, the best team right now is playing that way. And that's what's kind of ruining the game, because everybody tries to jock steal what the best team is doing. We have a monkey see, monkey do league, unfortunately.
Now,
so
I mean, let's keep it real here. You know what I'm saying? If you in Cali and you got money for one ticket, and it's the women's college basketball, USC is about to play against UConn, or the Kings are about to play against the Bulls, or the Kings about to play the Wizards or somebody like that. Which one you buying?
Well, you said it's one ticket for both.
No, you can't go to both.
You only got money for one game.
You got money for one of the tickets. You either gonna go watch Juju against Paige Beckers, or you about to watch Jordan Poole against Sabonis.
Well, assuming the college ticket is a lot cheaper than
here we go. No, same price. Same price.
Same price. Then I'm probably going to the NBA.
You tripping. I'm at USC all day.
I see them when they make them.
Oh,
there ain't no WNBA in my vicinity, and I'm not driving 3.5 hours to see it.
Yeah.
Gotta add some more excitement to that W, or even NCAA. They start dunking and going on.
If we had Detroit stock, I might go see Caitlin just to see it.
Like, I want to watch a game that's gonna matter in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be on the edge of my seat. If I go watch that Kings Wizards game at halftime, we're gonna be, man, maybe we should get out of here so we ain't in the traffic. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Like, 3-point shot comes in the vogue, then you can always come back.
Right. And
25 points ain't nothing no more.
Well, that's been the Pistons games, is they'll start off slow and then they'll be losing by however much, and then when the third quarter comes, they got a
winning record,
and then they win the game at the end. That's been their pattern the last however many weeks. First half is the chill time, but then when the second half comes, then they can't be stopped. You know,
man. Yeah, that's
They're a 500 team now, so can't argue with that. They in the playoffs if they started today.
right. Yeah, that's nuts, man. Yeah, that topic, really took us somewhere. Like that was something. That was something, man. But yeah, like I said, I enjoy the women's game because
Yeah, it's just stuff. I'm thinking like teams we had in section when Denzel and them were there.
Yeah.
They'd be undefeated in the W.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, had a few NBA players on that team. So
yeah.
Had a few NBA guys on that roster.
They were in high school then,
Yeah. See, I'm
one of the dudes on that team played forever, and we went to the state championship round. So
yeah.
So if
we lose to Cassius Winston,
So, oh man, this is one of them ones where I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna say it. Just let me think about somebody else that was on that team. I gotta leave Denzel and Brent alone.
yeah. But hey,
shoot, you know what? I got some beef that I gotta settle on here.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. If Denzel was in the WNBA, he'd be the MVP.
Yeah.
Perennially.
I don't know about perennially, but yeah, he'd be the MVP.
6'6", handling the ball and shoot like he can shoot.
If he plays for 10 years, he getting 10 straight MVPs.
Maybe.
He puts in the effort, yeah.
Hey,
he might because I had to think about it. I was like, he was like National Player of the Year 2015. Like
true that.
He was the number one man in college that year, and there's a lot of talent in college. Right?
Yeah,
I think that was that was 2016 had to be, because if it's 2015, then there's no chance that they would have against Denzel. Because you think about it, they had that Kentucky team that went 34-1 and lost the championship game. Like they won every game.
Yeah.
With Devin Booker, with Karl Anthony Towns, with all them dudes on that team. And he was number one player with all of them.
That's what.
Willie Cauley-Stein, don't forget him. He's 7'3".
Yeah, I was just making sure, man. I have no arguments. I was just making sure.
I gotta think about it. I gotta be fair. I try to be fair, and that's.
I mean, hey, 10 years in a row. If he puts in the effort, he can get 10 MVPs. And you know what? I have no argument because he probably could. You know what I'm saying?
Who you got? You got what? 3 girls that can dunk, maybe. He'd been coming down the lane, banging on everybody.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be terrible, actually. But
hey, he has as many assists because he can't throw as many lobs because he ain't let him get up there,
Nah, true that. See, that was taking it like.
That would destroy the NBA, actually. That would destroy the WNBA if they put one man. That would destroy the entire league.
Well, after this last Olympics we had, we might not be too far from seeing some crazy stuff like that.
That would destroy that. It's like you gotta have build a wall like Giannis, and then you would have to have all 5 women guards.
See, that's why I took it from a team to actually one player, because a team of men. All right. It is going to be that. But if you put athletic, one player in there,
right?
If he's athletic, it's over with. Like you put Giannis versus the whole WNBA.
Oh my goodness! No.
And the thing is, if he still got 4 teammates and they can shoot the ball, there's impossible. He's winning every game that year, and he's sweeping the playoffs.
He's looking like Will Chamberlain in '62. I'm averaging 50 and 35 rebounds. You know?
And I only played in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Oh man, nah, that's not even. Yeah, that's
boy. He the clutch player of the year, the 6th man of the year.
Yeah, that's insane.
Rookie of the year. Right, what else? How many?
I'd like to see the high school McDonald's All-American. Not even that level, but you know, just a good high school conglomerate play the all-star team from WNBA and see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's nuts. I guess they got more of a chance one-on-one than team on team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I would think so.
Like, yeah, I mean, a blind squirrel gonna get a nut every now and again, you know.
Yeah, that's
what's up and bank some in, you know, throw something up and bank it in. Okay, you know.
All right, man. For real. What's your gripe, man? What's your gripe?
All right, so there's a couple NBA teams that are. Well, because I made a couple YouTube videos about them in particular. Fairly, the Sacramento Kings fired Mike Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the most successful coach they've had in 20 years since Don Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't won over 45 games since 05-06. And he won 43 last year, I think, or 46 last year, and won like 48 the year before that, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
He is the most successful coach that they have had in 20 years. He had them at the 2023 Kings had statistically the best offense in NBA history around the time that they were playing.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason they lost in the first round was because they played the remnants of an all-time dynasty that won the championship the year before. So the defending champion.
Yeah.
So why'd he get fired? Something was wrong there. Because they on a winning streak right now, aren't they? They won like 3 or 4 games in a row since he
Now, to be fair, though, played against the Mavericks with no Kyrie and no Luka.
So the Lakers.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
The Lakers can't beat Dallas, and they've shown that the last however many. This team can't beat Dallas. I don't know what
Denver was our only kryptonite.
Dallas is the kryptonite. If we played them in the second round and we got 8 last year, we would have probably lost to Dallas. But that's beside the point. I'm not talking about them at the moment, right? It's just that they haven't had any success at all.
Yeah.
20 years.
And then you get rid of this guy who was actually showing flashes.
Mm-hmm.
Something else.
And then they fired like a great coach, two coaches before him. The only bad coach that they hired was Walton. He is the worst coach possible. They tried to ride our coattails and take him up. He wasn't a good coach. At the same time, anybody in their mama could have coached the Warriors, right?
To be honest,
Mike Brown, though, he's a very successful coach, though. That's the thing, because he won, like, when he first became a head coach, or he wasn't even a head coach before he became a head coach. He was an assistant on the Spurs, won the championship, 03. Then he went to Indiana for a couple years. Indiana, as he was an assistant, but they played some of the best ball. They say that they would have gave a shot at that championship if they didn't have the Malice in the Palace. Then 05, at that year ends, he goes over to Cleveland and he goes to the finals with LeBron, wins 60 a couple years in a row. Then he gets fired from that job when LeBron leaves. He has a good year on the Lakers in 2012. Then when that year starts, they try to build the super team with Dwight. That doesn't go his way. There's one misstep, one miscalculation. So he gets fired from that before the year really starts.
I think that I can't speak on it too much because I got to see how the dominoes fall.
Right, but then he has the Warriors as an assistant again.
Yeah, and they did their thing.
Did that though. I could have been on the sideline for the Warriors and not did anything, and they still would have won the championship.
I mean, Luke Walton was there too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but what I'm saying is,
he did go undefeated in the playoffs that year because Steve Kerr took like the first however many games of the playoffs off, and he went 12. So
I'm not gonna go too deep into it because like I said, I got to see how the dominoes fall. But I think something going on with Fox, and I think the direction that the team trying to move in, Mike Brown don't agree with what they trying to do. So if Fox is not with the team in the next couple of weeks, it all makes sense to me.
Okay.
And Mike Brown, like, I ain't coaching this team without Fox. And they like, well, we are moving on.
Yeah, the problem started when they said he was fussing at him after he had that foul against the Pistons. You know,
I mean
that fouled Ivy when he shot that 3 at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And then they won on the free throw.
But
when all the issues kind of
how can you play? How can you coach though? If you can't coach the player, how can you coach? And then in that situation, it's a couple seconds on the clock, and then you not paying attention to your man who's a high level scorer in the corner, even if he's not that great a shooter. So and then they say just don't let him shoot the 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
And I'm not paying attention to him on the 3 line.
Yeah, I'm thinking something going on there, like something about the direction of this team. And Doug Christie, he's a homer. You know what I'm saying? So they like, okay, let's see what he can do to the end of the year, and maybe this is our next move. And he out there doing flips and everything, like he about to go suit up. And he's very enthusiastic right now about this, which makes me which makes me think he was in some people's ears moving this process along. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we shall see. But I'm thinking I didn't recall them saying that this Fox injury was this bad for him to be out this many games, and then they went on a winning streak with him not playing. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if they trying to see if they can get something going. It would be a disaster to put DeRozan and Butler on the same team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, we shall see. But I think that got something to do with it. So I can't really speak on it until I see how it plays out, especially with Malik Monk playing like he Jason Kidd out there getting all these assists every game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a shooter.
Right. So I think they may be trying to move in a different direction.
Shoot, a third seed, but I'm about to trade a young guard that's entering his prime for an over the hill dude that ain't going to win the championship.
Well, I ain't saying that's who they getting, but I'm just like, that's the person that's out there.
I can't see nobody giving Jimmy that kind of money now. That's crazy.
Actually, Pat Riley said he might be washed the other day too.
Well, Riley, he's one of those types of guys.
My way or the highway.
Right.
But shoot, they're talking about. I was like, shoot, I wouldn't go play for Miami to deal with that stuff. And then when it come time to pay me, they're like, yeah, we're not paying you that. And I was like, what you mean you're not paying me that?
Yeah, see, Jimmy Butler, I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I see what's going on. He knows he done got past where he getting with this team. And he ready to go. He could have played it calm, but all the talking that he doing, it diminishes your trade, your trade. What they can get back for you.
Yeah, he's limiting his options right now, running his mouth.
Your trade options. It is limiting
we've seen
your trade
how he had those even teams before. It's always been a big blow up and a nasty ball out.
But see, Jimmy Butler is the same way that I told her, hey, she like, hey, it's my way or the highway, like Pat Riley tell him. And I said, hey, that's cool. As long as your way is my way. And Jimmy Butler's one of those types of guys.
I mean, Jimmy Butler destroyed the Timberwolves and Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins' reputations when he left Minnesota. Because they did the whole thing where they came in, played with the third string, beat the starter, and then
right.
So then there's the whole
definitely he stirs the pot before he leaves the team.
I think Philly and Bulls were the only good runouts he had. Like the Bulls, he kind of just left them, and then Philly, he left them too, sort of. So
that's a lot of teams.
Yeah,
it is.
Was that a mid-season trade or was it off-season trade? He went to.
I think he went to them in between seasons. I don't think it wasn't a trade, was it? Was it a trade?
I think it was a trade.
I thought he might have just signed with the Heat.
I think it was marketing and something. They traded marketing and Chris Dunn for Jimmy. Minnesota did. And that was the trade. They had some picks, marketing, and Chris Dunn. Which is kind of interesting when you think about it, because Lauri Markkanen became who Lauri Markkanen is now. So it's an all-star, Lauri Markkanen.
So he went from the Bulls to the 76ers, then to the Wolves, or did he go from the Bulls to the Wolves?
Bulls, Timberwolves, and then the Timberwolves traded him to Philly in the middle of the year, 2018.
And then he signed with the Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, his Philly to Heat. I didn't know how it happened with the Bulls, yeah.
Oh, well, that's a part of. I think the Bulls, they had that year where they had D-Wade and Rondo, and then that fell apart.
Yeah.
But y'all would have beat Boston if Rondo didn't get hurt. I stand on that.
Hey man, I left with D Rose. I felt like I retired the other day when he was having his speech at the book.
I don't know why they didn't just drop his number then, you know.
I know, that was weird. You know,
you're going to make another ceremony just to come back in and do all the same things and then drop the number. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, they already expedited the process. Like, they moved fast. Like, he was on the team at the beginning of this season.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, hey, it is what it is.
Well, you got any more gripes on the page?
I do got a couple more gripes.
Hey, man,
hire Mike Brown.
The Phoenix Suns have been bad lately.
Oh Lord!
And I think like they benched Bradley Beal, and then
they did.
There's like no way they could trade him, right? There's no physical way they could trade him.
He got to waive the clause.
And but the thing is though, is like if they trade them, they have to find the perfect trade to fit the money because they're in the second apron because they got 120 million filled up with 3 guys.
Yep.
And then might be going to Sacramento.
They won yesterday. They lost 5 in a row before that.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing here?
Well, you know,
12th in the West right now. To mention that.
It's very ugly.
That Michigan State owner now with all that money, Matt Ishbia.
Yeah, he need to do something. And
that money.
Wasted. The preseason when I watched him play in person, the offense, the way they had it running, looked great. I told you there were several points where I wanted to yell at Detroit to tell them look out because Tyus Jones about to run up and steal the ball.
Yeah.
Because he's the defender, I guess, on that team.
I don't know. The Suns, they don't have the personnel. They moving Nurkic. Man, I see what they're trying to do. They trying to piece it together. They move Nurkic and Bill to the bench. Okay. And they got Plumlee and they got Ryan Dunn in the starting 5.
Plumlee's has never been an NBA starter.
Well, he is now.
Just get some rebounds and tip ins. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, try to block a shot and get a rebound because Durant and Booker are monsters. Okay, they out there doing what
but
they
Devin
got.
Booker got to facilitate though with everybody because
I mean, he averaging about 8.5 assists these last 5 games. So maybe he figuring it out. And off the bench, Bill is doing his thing off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He is, but you know me, I'm watching
But
the
they
numbers.
healthy.
I'm watching the numbers every day.
Right, but they healthy.
Happy doing that though.
What's the deal?
Well, I mean, if he gets himself like in a 6-man conversation or something like that, I think he'll deal with it for an accolade. Like, ooh, they're talking about my name with awards. That ain't gonna happen on nobody's starting 5. And not for Bill. Nope. So maybe he better find some sort of solace in that the same way Jamal Crawford did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, they played Philly a game before that. They beat Philadelphia, but they lost to Indiana, Memphis, Warriors, and the Mavs. And was the Mavs, that was the day after Christmas. So that was the game that Luka got hurt, wasn't it?
He got hurt on Christmas.
Okay, so he got hurt on Christmas. So there was a Mavs with no Luka and probably no Kyrie.
Yeah. Or no, Kyrie might have played that game.
Okay, Kyrie played.
Yeah, I think he might have played that game.
Kyrie never played. But man, I swear Kyrie ain't been consistent in playing games his whole career. But I'm not ripping on Kyrie today.
No, I think he playing for somebody that he like playing for. So you know he must really be injured right now.
I think with Bill, that's a lot of money for 25, 28 minutes a night.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's 45 million. He's the highest paid player in the league.
He stuck it out with the Wizards, man, for that exact reason.
Only a handful of guys have had a no trade clause ever.
But it don't get no better than John Wall. His contract, he ain't I think he's still getting paid. Man, this dude
he hit a jumper in 20 years.
Right. I don't know about the Suns, man. They trying to piece it together. They're not trying to throw in the towel right now.
But the thing is, though, I don't know if Beal doesn't work, how would Jimmy Butler work for them? Because they bought the same amount of money. But Jimmy is worse at scoring completely than Beal. I mean, he might could facilitate a little bit better, but is that defense and facilitating really gonna make that big a difference?
I don't want to see it.
And he's shown the ability to not be able to play with stars of that caliber.
I don't want to see it. I can picture Jimmy Butler slapping Durant upside the head. And then slapping Booker upside the head because Booker think he hard enough to step. And then he finds out the truth. Booker and Durant are perfect for each other. Booker can slap Durant around and Durant likes it. They just want to play ball. And Durant doesn't have a problem with Booker being the alpha male. He gonna go out there and do his job regardless. But with Butler there, that's gonna mess with Durant's game. So they just need to leave that alone. You know.
Well, I'm about to run a vendetta too, actually, to finish this conversation off. I just gotta run my little vendetta too. Because I just thought about it, right? It doesn't have anything to do with it. But I do gotta run this little vendetta here
go ahead before I go on my Draymond rant.
It just came to mind because it's like Ishba and Ballmer and all these guys, they came into the league and it was like, I'm about to spend all this money and make a bad trade and destroy everything up to destroy a positive future.
Kawhi's playing.
And I said, I'll say I do excuse his absence now because it's
the fire is bad.
They burnt that whole area down. That was horrifying.
I'm just saying, like, the reason why I was saying he could play because he ain't gonna be able to help nobody.
Right.
You know, like, he
You're
gonna go
not
out and
putting
go
fire
try
out.
to move your family. He gonna get hurt pushing the pedal too hard up out of Cali. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
out for the year.
You know what I'm saying? Did you like his leg? The discrepancy between his legs is ridiculous. One of them
Yeah.
is swole, the other one is like a toddler. Like man,
Yeah.
what's going on with this dude? Yeah, he just needs to sit down somewhere.
Well,
Them WNBA legs.
I seen I think it was Kenyon Martin was talking about how his legs had a similar thing where it would swell up if you do stuff to it. You got to get it drained all the time
Oh,
and stuff. So it's like it's a situation of Kawhi can't perform no more.
yo,
So
that's just crazy. For real. When I seen the difference in between the legs, I said, "Oh, something ain't right." For real. Like that ain't normal.
it's
It
not.
seemed like he just doing calf lifts on one leg all day. Jump rope on that same leg. Hey man, like yeah, that's wild.
I think it's just the angle they were shooting at too.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. They are ruining these teams, the Clippers and the Suns.
And they had such a bright. That's the thing that makes me mad because that's why I hate the owner of the Nets and the Kyrie stuff. Is I the owner of the Nets for that reason too. Is you had a really good team,
Sure did.
and then you tore it all apart for the dreams of a superstar. That's not LeBron James. It's not Shaq. That's not Michael Jordan.
And ain't none of them there.
And ain't
They
none of
all
them
gone.
And Ishba is going to be eating it for however long because the Suns have no picks till the 2030s. And as soon as Kevin Durant gets up out of there, it'll be Booker and nobody else because they trade his young guns that they drafted to be next to him. Yeah. And then they drafted the wrong guy even then. So
they hire Tommy Izzo out there though.
Yeah.
They better not. They better not be. And then the Clippers championship when Ballmer bought them but now that was a different situation. He wasn't intentionally in the market looking for a team. He just so happened to get that one because Sterling was a piece of garbage,
yeah, but still, man, the construction of the team could have went a lot better.
But the thing is, he built a team that was a solid team. They had Trez Harrell, they had Lou Will. That team, that offense that year was so entertaining. The games they played against Golden State in the first round were phenomenal basketball games. They're so fun to watch. They had the young Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP candidate right now on that team.
And that is where everything comes to a collide.
And then
because you got rid of,
they got nothing for it. They traded all. They just like Paul George.
Those are bad trades.
Paul George was a superstar at that point,
Nah, man, Shai Gill.
How
you let Shai Gill go?
You wouldn't say yet.
Paul Pierce. Paul George is no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
When you got that money, when you got that money, you're not seeing it through. For real, like he hurried up and went and got Paul George, but Shai Gill turned it on that year.
That was Kawhi's fault because Kawhi did say that. If you don't trade for Paul George.
Yeah, and see, look, when you got the money, your eyes is big. Ooh, Kawhi, he's the prize coming off of a championship. Oh my goodness. We'll give him anything he wants in a jet.
You know what? I have to say this here, right? Because I hate the shit over the billionaires and all that. But Steve Ballmer is, I'm gonna use a wrestling term here. Because wrestling was just in the Intuit Dome on Monday. Steve Ballmer is a mark.
Okay.
He's at the game. He's whenever they do something.
Yeah, sure.
I think it was even in the bubble. He had the mask on. He was pumping his fist in the crowd. Now I appreciate that. I did like when he do that. I do like when he does that. Yeah. But him being a mark. And then it's like, oh, I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna make this. And now he tried to step up to the plate to LeBron James coming over to LA. He tried to step up to the plate, but the Clippers will never be the Lakers, no matter how many championships they win. Like they would have to have most entertaining, the best guy. They'd have to have essentially a Steph Curry level guy to come out the woodwork for them to ever be on the level of the Lakers.
Yeah.
He would have to win 5 championships plus.
Yeah.
In immediate fashion. For them.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he's turning things around. Maybe he'll build an asset that he'll pass on to his family. Maybe he'll never sell the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? And that's just gonna have to be the win that you get, because everything you got tied up in Kawhi, as long as Kawhi is there, you ain't winning. It ain't happening. And you got Harden. Hey, I like Harden. He's a beast, but he ain't winning.
He ain't Harden no more, really.
I mean, he trying, but nah, he ain't winning.
He's graybeard.
Yeah, man. You got guys that are just not those guys. So you're gonna have to build. Oh man, it's gonna be ugly for the Clippers. It's gonna be ugly for the Clippers. I don't even see a way forward.
They're close to a total rebuild now. Just burn it down and start over.
Yeah, but Norman Powell is the guy over there.
Well, you know, that's if divisions mattered in basketball, but they don't. The thing is, the entire Pacific Division is headed towards a rebuild at the moment because the Suns, as we just discussed, are in a bad spot. The Clippers, just discussed, bad spot. The Kings are poverty forever unless they get a whole new ownership, GM, all of that. They need a complete rehaul. Then the Lakers, we're old. So we about to be out the door soon, and we're gonna have. But the thing is, we have a good. We draft pretty good, and with high picks, maybe we'll be able to pull some stuff. I hope some young guns come out pretty nice. But the Warriors, Curry's getting up there, and they're not gonna be content.
Yeah, they about done, man. And the way they treating their stars is crazy. I mean, the way they treating their young guys is wild.
And see what a little bit of success gets you. They get
Steve Kerr is not in the development business. No. When Steph leaves, he's leaving. Believe that.
No doubt. No doubt.
For real. So
they trying to, it's hard for the vet. They're used to a certain standard of play. The young guys are just all over the place.
Yeah, true that. True that.
That's mentally tough for them. It ain't as easy physically anymore, so they got to do it mentally more. And if the young cats ain't bringing the mental, it's really hard.
Yeah, see, that's something. But you got to be a wrangler. Like, you have to be a wrangler to be able to get them into your philosophy. It can't be Steph. Look at what Steph does. I'm pretty sure that if you work out with Steph, you're gonna be a top. Like, no, you can't say that. You gotta have a philosophy. Like, you gotta bring them to your house, set them down, make them watch old videos of you and Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them know what it takes. Show them the behind the scenes stuff that the world ain't seen. You know what I'm saying? Have real conversations with them and build your team with people that buy in, and everybody else can go. We'll bring in others. Because if they, you gotta, other teams are gonna deal with the wild young kids, but we want the ones that's gonna listen, the ones that are gonna be through the helmet. They're focused. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you realize, if I'm on the Warriors and I realize, if I'm a young dude on the Warriors and I realize that Steph only got so much time left, and somebody's going to get all that he got in this city, they can be stepping into that seat of that love. What are you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you? But no, it seemed like they are looking at him with the side eye. Like, man, I can't wait for Steph to be gone. Then I'll have a chance. You know what I mean? Like, man, come on, man. That's ridiculous.
You ain't got those gifts. I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous. And I don't know if that was supposed to be Poole, but we know what happened to him.
Right. Well, he's actually come along this year a little bit. Jordan Poole is like the most improved player to me ever, I think, because I felt he was the worst basketball player in the entire NBA.
I ain't even gonna get on my Draymond rant.
That's where we was going next, and we finished on the Warriors.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Last night, he had a wide open layup off an assist from Steph, and instead of even thinking about making a layup, he puts his knee directly in Duran's chest, and then walks away. I hate the way he walks away like he ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like what's up with this dude, man? He has a true mental issue for just being a bully. Why do you want to be a bully? Now, if you do that to Isaiah Stewart, you gonna run to the bench when he turn up. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude, he picks the people that he can do that to. For real. And it's ridiculous because he'll grab you and throw you down and then look at the ref like, what did I do? What did I do? Like it was really like watching the WWE. It was.
I think I'd rather deal with Stewart than Duran. I think that boy is like dirt.
I mean, if Duran snaps, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But Isaiah, he's already snapped.
Like, right? Yeah, he comes to the gym.
He's not gonna think twice. As Draymond know the people who got that little bit of calm.
I wouldn't want that problem with those two.
Like this is ridiculous.
I've seen Duran not Duran, but I've seen Isaiah Stewart multiple times, and I've seen him manhandle a lot of men.
Like watch the next time when you're watching the Warriors and the other team challenges a call that got something to do with Draymond. This dude goes and stands right next to the ref that is reviewing the play. Like, well, what are you trying to intimidate this ref right now? Like, the call is not gonna go your way.
He's the captain. He's go make some commentary.
Man, this dude Draymond, why is he out there, man? Like, get this guy out of here, man. He ain't playing basketball no more. He was. You know me. I was like, hey, he's the glue a couple years ago. But now I'm like, man, this dude just out there just acting a fool, man.
Well, this would be the year. Yeah, this would be the year they would make the playoffs without Clay. The first time they've ever made the playoffs without Clay in the last 50 years.
Man, he straight up will tackle. He'll tackle you and then get mad that you called the foul. That the foul got called.
Yeah. Let Dre, I say.
Saginaw Valley Rage.
I let Dre, you know.
Man,
nasty. Nasty.
But you know what? I can see how people would be intimidated to Draymond too. So.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he done did enough to know he unstable. You got to be on guard when he around. And then when he get called for a foul like that, he guarding the person. He get all up on him, put his head on his chest. And everything. Like, what man, why are you acting like this?
It is how he do
that. This guy's nuts.
Man.
All right, just what drives him though. Yeah. He's the nicest guy off the court when he ain't competing. He's soft spoken.
Right.
Doing stuff for people, just the nicest cat you can run into. But when it's a competition situation, that sag nasty comes out.
Yeah, you ain't lying. For real. Yeah. All right, man. Let's get to these playoffs, man.
All right.
So, our regular season records in 272 games. That's how many games it was. Pops, you went 167 and 105.
All right, that's enough. Let's move
on. D, you went 180 and 92.
Okay, I ain't cracked 100. I ain't cracked 100.
And I went 190 and 82.
Okay.
And we almost there. I ain't saying send me my popcorn right now. We still got the playoffs. We still got the playoffs. We gotta make the playoffs count a little bit more. Each game got to be more than one.
You didn't track the individual team records against what we predicted, did you?
No, I didn't do that. But I got them though. I had to go through it and put them all together.
We can kind of do it because I can look at the records and then say what they really got.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Yeah, we can do that, and I can mark that down.
FC or NFC, whichever one you want.
All right, you can start with the NFC.
All right.
I got them at the top of the page, and whoever get the closest get a point.
All right.
All right, who you got? What did hold on. Some of these I probably know, but you know. Where we got with the Bears? What did they end?
The Bears were 5-12 on the year.
5-12. Let's see if anybody predict. Oh, D predicted 5-12. I had 6-11. Pops had 8-9.
All right.
Wow. What about the Lions?
I kept picking them. They let me down every week.
15. Right. 15-2. D, you had 11-6. Pops, you had 12-5. I had 13-4. I got the closest on that.
Okay.
But I ain't nobody get it exact. I will get a point if you get it exact. We ain't gonna do who the closest.
All right, I'll take that. I'll accept that. I get it.
Yeah, got one.
Yeah, you got your extra point here. What about the Packers?
The Green Bay Packers are 11-6.
Oh, none of us got that. Me and D had them 9-8.
Ooh.
And Pops, you had them 10-7.
Oh, he is closest.
Oh, the Vikings, we don't even got said. We ain't even close.
Yeah, we definitely.
Y'all both had them 3-14. I had them 6-11. Yeah, we need to get points taken away for this.
You're right. That might be one of those.
You see people shutting down right now. What is these idiots talking about?
Right. Ooh-wee. Okay, what about the Cowboys? I don't think we was close on that either. No.
7-10, the Cowboy.
Pops had them 10-7. We both had them 12-5.
Oof. I guess they traded places with Minnesota.
What about the Eagles?
The Eagles 14-3.
Oh man, y'all both had them 13-4. I had them 12-5. It was close. What about the Giants?
Let's see. The Giants are 3-14.
Ooh, me and Pops had them 5-12. You had them 2-5. That was close.
No.
Yeah. What about?
Gonna be bad now.
What about the Commanders? I don't think we get.
We definitely didn't get those. 12-5. They would probably.
Y'all had them both. Y'all both had them 5-12.
The opposite.
Yep, I had them 8-9.
Man.
What about the Falcons?
8-9.
8 I had them 9-8. Pops, you had them 12-5. D, you had them 10-7.
Man.
What about the Panthers?
They are 5-12.
We all had them 4-13. Man, so close. One game off.
They won that last one.
Yeah. What about the Bucks? Where'd they end up?
They are 10-7.
I had them 9-8. Y'all both had them 8-9. What about the Saints? Somebody had to get this one.
The Saints,
we all over
5-12.
Oh man, I had them 4-13. D, you had them 8-9. Pops, you had them 7-10. All right. What about the Cardinals?
The Cardinals 8-9.
Y'all had them 6-11. I had them 3-14. I had no hope in it. Okay, now we got yeah. Now we got the Seahawks.
10-7.
Oh man, y'all both had them 7-10. I had them 6-11.
The opposite.
The Niners, I know ain't none of us close on that.
Nah.
Yeah, for sure. At 6-11.
Yeah, Pops, you had them 11-6. That was the closest. We've had them 14-3 and 13-4.
Yeah, they're supposed to be Lions and Vikings.
Hey, can't fault us for that one.
Right, yeah.
What about the Rams?
The LA Rams are 10-7.
I had them 11-6. Y'all both had them 12-5. I Ah, man. So you the only one on the NFC was right. Was you for the Bears, D?
And
5-12.
that was a shot in the dark, I guess, compared to the
Who would have thought?
shot in the dark.
You'll lose 8 games in a row. Come on.
Now, to be fair, we all should have got the Panthers.
It was close. Yeah, we was off, man. We was off by 1.
They whooped the Falcons that last game, right?
And then I had the same thing. I really won the Chiefs one because I know what I had them. And I really won that.
Hey, if we cancel out, you said we should cancel out week 18.
Yeah.
Arguably, we really should cancel out.
You should, yeah. They certainly didn't show up. I don't know what team.
Seven starters didn't play. And
all right, let's do that. Let's do the AFC. Let's see where we at. We got the Ravens. What were they?
The Ravens were 12-5.
We all predicted 12-5.
I got 2. I'm happy for that. I'm cool for that. I can't tell me everybody got
we
that.
all predicted 12-5. Ain't that something? For real. Lima.
You know something.
I watch those dudes that be dancing. They be hitting the jig to Cheryl Lynn Encore at all the Ravens games. They be getting it in.
What did the Bengals end up?
9-8.
Pops got it right.
Yes.
I had 11-6. D, you had 13-4.
Oh well,
Pops got another one. He's on an AFC run.
Yeah, I'm an AFC guy. Let's roll.
I think that theirs might be I think I'm getting it. But we'll see what happens.
Where's the Steelers?
I might undershot one just a little too far.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see where we end up here. Where the Steelers end up?
The Steelers are 10-7.
Oh yeah, none of us got that. I 6-11. D was 7-10. Pops was 8-9. What about the Browns?
The Cleveland Browns 3-14.
Oh, not even close. Y'all both had them 8-9. I had them 6-11. What about the Bills? None of us close. Yeah, me and D had them 9-8. Pops had them 7-10. Jets, ain't none of us close. We had them. Me and D had them 11-6. Pops had them 10-7. What did the Dolphins end up?
Leave it in, right?
The Dolphins had 8-9.
Y'all both had them 10-7. I had them 12-5. What about the Patriots?
Let's see. We are 4-13.
Wow, you and Pops both had them 3-14. I had them 6-11.
Yeah, that's
okay. What about the Texans?
The Texans, they are 10-7.
Me and Pops both had them 10-7.
So he's in the lead there.
D had them 9-8.
I had one win off, man.
Yeah. And where did the Colts end up?
The Colts were 8-9.
8-9. Okay, hold on. 8-9. Who had that? I had them 7-10. Pops had them 9-8. D had them 8-9.
Oh, you're tied again.
Wow.
I told you I knew I got one. I had to get one. It just didn't work this year. That's just a bad NFC.
Yeah. We ain't nowhere near on these Jags. We both had them 9-8. Pops had them 8-9.
Man.
The Titans, what'd they end up? One of us gotta have this.
3-14.
D, 3-14.
I
had them.
Yes.
I had them 4-13. Pops had them 5-12.
You know that Will Levis throwing that pass. knocked all crazy. It was a wrap for that basketball. I only picked them. I don't think I picked the Titans to win one game this year. In any of the
weeklies.
Yeah, it's
yeah. So we have Chargers. Where are the Chargers?
The Chargers are 11-6.
Pops was the closest. He had them 10-7. You had them 9-8. I had them 8-9.
We didn't respect Harbaugh enough, I guess.
The Broncos ain't none of us close. I had them 5-12. D had them 4-13. Pops had them 7-10.
Hey, he had the opposite at least.
I don't think we close on these Raiders either.
Yeah, maybe no, probably not. They are 4-13.
Y'all both had them 5-12. I had them 6-11. And then the Chiefs. Me and Pops had them 14-3. D had them 16-1.
I think that really should count. But I mean, to be fair, I did get the Broncos completely wrong, so I'll take the L on it because Broncos wrong, and they beat the team to cause my record.
Well, if we take yours away, we got to give ours too, you know.
All right.
Well,
everybody being 50-2.
We're gonna keep it how it is, man. D, you ended up getting 4 extra points on that one. Pops got 3 extra points, and I got 2. So that brings my win total to 192, Pops to 170, and D to 184.
200 and what? No.
So yeah, and then we have we had our MVP. We gotta wait on that. I had Stroud, so I can already say I lost. I was thinking Allen, but I thought they was gonna suck, so I went with Stroud.
Man.
D got Jackson and Pops got Mahomes.
I mean, I think he should be right personally, but
yeah, Jackson might be in the. They trying to make a case for him, but I think Allen gonna get it, man.
I should have said you should have put Jared Goff.
And then Super Bowl champs, I got the Chiefs. D got the Ravens, and Pop said the Niners.
The Lions, man.
There ain't no points coming off that, man.
The Lions.
Yeah, you said you should have picked the Lions, but you said I can't go with my heart. I have to go with.
I tried to lowball them because I believe in that karma will get you sometimes. If you're braggadocious, you'll get punched in the face for that,
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and I have more times than not.
You don't want to eat crap for picking you.
Never. Not tasty.
Not at all. So let's make each playoff game worth 3.
All right.
If you get it right, it's worth 3. Let's end off with our playoff first round playoff picks. We got from tomorrow to Monday. Let's see here. We have the Chargers versus the Texans. Who you got?
Let's see. I'm gonna try. Let me see what that last game was looking like before.
He's doing research.
I got to. So, I think Chargers are a better team. They are 11-6. Their record is indeed better than the Texans. And it's in LA. But the thing is, that might impact a lot.
No, it's in Houston. Houston won the division, didn't it?
Yeah. So it is. Well, actually, that affects that NFC game that the Rams are playing because they're moving. They got to go to Arizona, I think, possibly. But
Chargers.
The Chargers are better. I think I'm going Chargers.
I think I got to go with my MVP pick, man.
All right.
Got to salvage your season.
Right. Hopefully the Texans can get one.
Right. They had some bad ending to the year that I'm like.
Yeah. Yeah. Them injuries wasn't helping either. Next week. Yeah.
they lost so bad to, I think, they played the Ravens on Christmas.
Shoot, they got they butt whooped a few times at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But hey, they gotta bring it together for this playoff.
Yep,
Let's
they're
see.
right.
We got the Steelers versus the Ravens.
Just Ravens.
Yeah, yeah, I gotta go Ravens on that. I gotta go Ravens on that.
Watch the Steelers blow them out.
Man, wouldn't that be something? Playoff Lamar. Next, we got
rough.
right. We got the Broncos against the Bills.
Bills. Nah, the Bills. We can't even lie and try to make it seem like it might be something.
Yeah, I gotta go Buffalo.
Going Bills. And man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a feeling the Broncos could spoil this little party.
I could only hope.
Somebody gonna do it.
Because I need my Chiefs to get where I need them to get. But then again, the Broncos do play us hard, though.
Yeah.
I should want the Bills. You know what? The Broncos are not playoff tested with the team that they have. And the Bills done been through enough to get at least that first one. And they the 2 seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So they got another week for them to get beat before they got to see us.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go with the Bills.
All right.
Then we have Packers and Eagles. That's going to be a good one.
I'm going to take the Eagles. The Packers have not been looking great lately. And I didn't give them credit for this last loss. But the one before that, it was not the one. I think they lost.
Jalen's available. He's still concussion bound. But
is Jalen Hurts playing?
He'll play.
Hurts.
He'll play.
Yeah, he'll be out there.
Will he be dusty and rusty, though, is the question. He ain't played in 3 weeks, I'm going Eagles. Just give it to Saquon.
I'm going to go with the Packers, man.
35 times.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going with the Packers because what they did to Saquon, not letting him get that record, that's going to show up. Like, we need him healthy for the playoffs. This is going to backfire on you because that young man wanted that record. I can see the pain in his eyes.
Yeah. You should have spoke up then. Be a man.
Yeah, true that.
I'm going out there, dog. Put my line out there. I'm going out there. At least give me a quarter, Let me carry the thing 15 times. See if I get it.
Right. There's going to be some blowback off that one. It's going to happen in this game.
It's always next year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the Commanders versus the Bucks. That's a very good game.
Well, the Commanders are 12-5.
I'm going Jaden Daniels.
Now, we remember that this is going the same way that went for RG3. RG3 got that catastrophic injury in the playoffs his rookie season. I'm not wishing injury on nobody, but the Commanders, the Washington football team, when it comes to them playoffs,
it's a new day.
I'm going with the Bucks.
I'm a Commanders based off team record. And I am not a fan of Mayfield.
So you got to go against him.
Absolutely.
Okay. No, I get it.
He's on the big show. He all right.
And the final game on Monday night is the Vikings versus the Rams.
I believe in Matt Stafford. I believe in Stafford.
I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Rams.
And then part of me want to see them make the championships and the Lions perhaps beat them a third time.
Ooh, this is a tough one, man. This is a tough one. Because if everybody plays to their best of abilities, I'm taking Stafford over Darnold. I'm taking Jefferson over Kupp, but I'm not taking Jefferson over Cooper and Nakua. So, and then you got the running backs, and the Rams have the advantage at running back, if you ask me.
Yep.
But then you have the defense, and the Vikings got the advantage on the defense.
Well,
it's a tough game.
There is no AD here. The Rams don't have AD any longer.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's a whole different team to me.
This is a tough one, man. I feel like whoever I choose is going to lose.
They both can't lose.
They both can't lose, yeah.
Somebody coming out there with a dub.
Playoffs. Just a game. But the Commanders have won 5 in a row, and the Rams lost last week.
Well, no, you said the Commanders, but we talking about the Vikings.
Oh, right. The Vikings, they lost to the best team in the league.
When it comes down to culture, the Rams believed that they would be in this position at the beginning of the season. The Vikings, we had them picked 3 and 14. So I owe it to the Vikings to stick with them, to say I was wrong about their season, and to stick with them to at least pull off one playoff win. But I'm telling you, these Rams, I'm thinking the Rams could get it. But I'm going to go with the Vikings.
I'll enjoy it. I will be enjoying that game.
Yeah, go with the Rams, man.
I'm going to pick the Vikes.
All right, man. We can leave it there for this one. We'll pick it back up after the playoff games and see where we at.
All right.
For real.
All right, I'll make my comeback.
Hey, it could happen.
6-0 this weekend.
Right.
All
right, man.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. But this all the games look like good games, so I'm excited for the weekend. Yeah,
it's a great thing.
Yeah, straight up. Starting early tomorrow.
Top of the morning. Well, you know, the Ohio State playing Texas is coming real soon here.
Oh, yeah.
Already be on.
Watch the Buckeyes stink the place up.
Man, wouldn't that be nice?
Brian Day gets fired.
His job depends on these last 2 wins.
It should have been when he lost to Michigan for a 4th straight year. He lose to Michigan so many times.
Yeah, that is the game.
I think Ohio State probably pull it off. But like I said before, I want Notre Dame to win it all. You know? And
Yep. I just didn't want to see Penn State and Ohio State. That was good.
No.
Irish came through.
That would have been terrible.
We've seen that before.
Right. Too many times.
That'd have been a disgusting way to end.
Right. Yeah, man. So that we'll close it out there, man. You make it keep your hot takes hot. Because it ain't gonna be too long before we get back at it. We just had a little vacation. Now we back.
Right.
Almost. Pop still got to take the ride.
Right. I wish I had wings. I need wings.
It'll happen when it happens. Right. No hurry, man. Hey, live life, man. Live life.
Definitely that.
For real.
All right, guys. Yep. Love you guys. All right.
Yep. Love you.
Y'all take care.
Oh, yeah. You know it.
Keep the snow down up there, D, so I can get on back home.
We don't need none of that down here.
I don't know if I would say there was snowing in Texas, so
yeah, there was snowing in Georgia too. Nah, I don't need no parts of that. It's cold enough. We about 49 degrees right now out here in the FLA.
Shoot, that's
not so bad. 44 here.
I was out last week. I had to go to St. John's to deliver. It said 20 degrees, feels like negative.
No, sir. I ain't doing
hang
that.
out down here for a minute longer.
So it's been cold, bitterly cold.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nah. Yeah, we ain't doing that, man. I can't do that.
Good old me.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Yep, take care. Later.
All right.
Run up the bag, Daddy Chief, respect me like when a Don speaks. Made it from the trapping Cadillac and swinging down the street. Snitches try to tug Kashi me out of jealousy, dodging police, feet pounding on the concrete, dashing. Ain't hard to see, I'm about that action. I'm on the path to the cash in. Want the real, I'm who they casting. Keep me a baddie to splash in. I'm one of the best with the fashion. I'm clutch, so no, I ain't passing. All in the wind, I get nasty, classic. Run up the bag, run up the bag, run up the bag, run up the bag, double it up, triple it up, run up the bag, 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 double it up, triple it up, run up the bag, 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 double it up, triple it up, run up the bag, 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 double it up, triple it up, run up the bag, run up the bag. Bread truck, pull up to my